The Ed Dudley Award was so named to honor someone who exemplified the characteristics and embodiment of the whole person concept. He was a man of great character. Ed Dudley was dedicated to his family and loved nothing more than spending time with his wife and children. He was a man who generated and maintained respect for himself and his fellow officials. Ed Dudley was a person who stood tall for his country and never wavered at his faith. The Ed Dudley Spirit of Officiating Award was created to annually honor the Southeastern Conference football official who most exemplifies who Ed Dudley was and what he represented.
Yeah, I'm proud of the fact that the whole time that I coached or played, it was in the Southeastern Conference, a total of 8 years as an assistant coach, 4 years as a player, and 25 years as a head football coach, and then 15 additional years as an athletic director. So I have observed all of the officials over a long period of time, and I think that there's a tremendous amount of pride in representing the Southeastern Conference and being the very best. I think year in and year out over a long period of time, the best officials in the country have always been in the Southeast. And I've always had great respect because I know that all were committed to do the best possible job. There was a great deal of integrity involved in that, and which was first and foremost.
Ed's officiating career began with the SEC in 1972 as a line judge. He worked hard to be the best at that position and rose to become the SEC's premier line judge. When on the sidelines, there was a great comfort because of Ed's control of the coaches and players at the out-of-bounds area. When issues did arise, they became diffused largely attributable to his demeanor and great sense of humor.
An offensive lineman moved, and it was not called, but the play resulted in a touchdown. And I remember at the time, and I normally don't express myself when I was coaching too much to the officials, but I did express myself rather sternly to Ed that day. But he kept his cool. He looked at me, and I never will forget what he had to say. He said, "Coach, you need to get back off the field." And I was out there about 5 yards. And I said, "Ed, you're right." And with that, I went back, and that was the end of it.
Ed Dudley was the consummate representation of family, friends, faith, and football. He was fun to be around on and off the field. Ed Dudley saw officiating in the Southeastern Conference as not only an honor, but as a calling. He was the SEC chaplain for many years and provided inspiration through his devotionals at the SEC clinics, as well as his everyday dealings with officials. He counseled several and inspired them to consider the value of developing spirituality, both individually and as part of the family of officials. Dudley always heeded the wisdom of the one and only Bear Bryant. Don't go into it unless you can't live without it. Pick a winner. Surround yourself with good people. Have a plan for everything. Ed Dudley embodied this all.
And no one represents the ideals of an official, and that is to be professional and first and foremost have integrity in the job that you do than Ed Dudley. He was an excellent official, but also a person of great character and one that everybody respected and admired, all the coaches that I knew. So it's great to memorialize him in this very special way, to each year have an award given to a Southeastern Conference official in the memory of Ed Dudley, the epitome of what an official ought to be.
The past winners of the award include a who's who of Southeastern Conference officials. Those who knew Ed Dudley remember the ideals that Ed was known to live by and the ones that others should try and follow. He was a mentor to his peers, from the least experienced to the seasoned veteran, and had a great passion for Southeastern Conference football. College football is the ultimate team game, and it's better nowhere than in the grand Southeastern Conference. From the players to the coaches to the officials, Southeastern Conference football sets the standard for excellence. And when it comes to officiating, Ed Dudley set the standard in the SEC.